The Power of One. Ravi sat on the edge of his narrow bed, staring at the cracked wall of his small rented room. He had just received another rejection email. His hands trembled as he scrolled through the words that all looked the same. "We regret to inform you." With a deep breath, Ravi turned to face himself in the mirror. The reflection showed more than just tired eyes. It held a steely determination. Today is just another step. I can do this. He stepped out into the world, a small smile forming as the sun bathed the city in golden light. This was his next opportunity, another chance waiting to unfold. In the end, it wasn't the number of rejections that mattered, but the courage to take one more step. That night, Ravi felt broken. He thought of calling his parents back in the village to confess that he wanted to give up and return home. But deep inside, something stopped him. A quiet voice whispered, "Try one more time." The next morning, Ravi forced himself out of bed earlier than usual. Instead of sending another half-hearted application, he decided to do something different. Work on himself. He walked to a nearby park and sat on a bench with a notebook. He wrote down 3 questions. 1. What am I afraid of? 2. What do I want to achieve? 3. What can I do today, just today, to move closer to it? His answers were simple. He was afraid of failure. He wanted to get a job where he could grow and support his family. And what he could do today was practice speaking with confidence, even if only to himself. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. I will seize this opportunity to become the best. From that day, Ravi started a new routine. Every morning, he would stand in front of a mirror and talk for 5 minutes about any topic: the weather, a news story, even his dreams. At first, he stumbled, laughed at himself, and felt foolish. But slowly, he noticed his voice growing steadier, his words flowing more naturally. He also began reading motivational books and watching inspiring talks online. One quote that struck him deeply was, "You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great." That line echoed in his mind whenever he felt discouraged. Weeks passed, and Ravi applied for another job, this time at a small marketing company. He was nervous when he walked into the interview room, but he remembered his mirror practice. He took a deep breath and spoke clearly. He didn't pretend to be perfect. Instead, he showed his willingness to learn. The interviewer, a middle-aged man with kind eyes, leaned back in his chair and said, "You may not have much experience, but I see determination in you. That's what we need." For the first time, Ravi left an interview with hope. A few days later, he received the call he had been waiting for. He got the job. The salary was modest, the office small, but to Ravi, it was a doorway. He threw himself into the work, staying late to learn skills his colleagues already knew. Whenever he felt overwhelmed, he remembered his notebook in the park and asked himself, "What can I do today?" Months turned into a year. Ravi grew more confident, took on bigger projects, and earned the respect of his team. His manager noticed his persistence and promoted him to lead a small group. Ravi still stumbled sometimes, but he had learned a powerful lesson. Failure wasn't the end, it was just feedback. One evening, as he walked home from the office, Ravi passed by the same park bench where he had once written his 3 questions. He sat down and smiled. He realized that his journey had not been about landing a job. It had been about discovering his strength. He understood now that change doesn't happen in one giant leap. It begins with one step, taken on a day when you feel least capable, but most desperate for change. Ravi's story spread among his friends, many of whom were struggling with their own challenges. When they asked him how he had managed, he would always say the same thing: "I didn't wait for confidence to come. I built it, one small step at a time." And that is the truth of life. Success is not about talent or luck alone, but about persistence. It is about refusing to let fear control you and daring to try once more when everything in you says to quit.